Kevin, thanks for joining me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So we have to talk about your film Pig Hill. This is all I'm going to say is nightmare fuel for people because I didn't know anything about this until you and I were just talking. So
Yeah.
can you explain the whole story behind the pig people?
Well, it's based on a book. Nancy Williams wrote a book called Pig Pig Hill, and it's really based on urban folklore, real true, in Meadville, Pennsylvania, about these abductions of women, that the pig people, that they live up on this Pig Hill, this hill where this huge satellite is, and that's where the book starts. And that's what I was excited about, was the folklore and the urban legend. There's actually a scene where they have pig people beer in the bar, and that's real beer
Oh my
brewery.
god.
Yeah, they make that. So that was kind of exciting. What kind of drew me to the project.
Like I didn't know it was a book until I did a little bit of research. When you read the book, did you instantly want to turn it into a film?
Well, definitely. And also, what's funny is when I got to Meadville and started prepping, you would go around till you'd see the signs of like missing women and stuff, and it was like real, like milk carton stuff, man. Like you see, and it's at the bars and it's posted. It's like, man, it's a little small town. So the pig people legend, the urban legend, and the myths are real.
That
Yeah,
makes the film hit harder for me
yeah,
knowing that this is actually real.
yeah.
So where was this film actually shot? Because there's a lot of like city shots. There's a lot of just in the middle of nowhere shots. Where was it shot at?
Meadville, Pennsylvania, small town, and that was great. The locals were there. It was great. We shot the whole movie in that little town. The producers from there, Ted Watts, and the whole book takes place in there. So yeah,
Wow, I didn't know it was in PA because we were in Maryland. I didn't know
yeah,
that you guys were filming that close to us.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's wild.
yeah.
Like the one thing I took from this movie was the soundtrack. What
Yeah.
was the process like going like trying to get deep and dark music to go with your
Mm.
deep and dark film?
Well, it's kind of cool. Like for inspiration, when I was making this movie, and I'm a huge fan of them, is like The Cure.
Oh yeah.
And so I would listen to them every day and just get in that headspace. And what was cool, when I rapped, they came out here to the Hollywood Bowl, and I went and saw them. And I've seen them a couple of times, but that was really kind of inspiration for me. And then like the Goblin soundtrack for Suspiria, that kind of was inspiration.
Yeah.
And then working with Emwa, who did Willy's Wonderland, we really see it and hear it the same way. And so I was telling him those kind of ideas and stuff, and then I kind of tempted with that kind of music, and then he just took the ball and ran with it. So did such a great
Yeah,
job.
he did.
Yeah,
That soundtrack I could listen to all day. I was going to ask you,
yeah,
was a little bit of the Cure inspiration because
yeah.
they are phenomenal by themselves.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Definitely. I mean, M1 and I are huge Cure fans, and just listening to that, you listen to the lyrics, you listen to the songs, and man, I would play it for Shiloh. I would play it for Shane and Rain. Like, that was just inspiration. So that was always in my head making this movie, you know?
Yeah, because it goes along hand in hand with your film, and
Yeah.
that's what grabs me by the throat every time I watch your film. I'm
Yeah.
like, it just grabs you.
Yeah. That's great. That's awesome.
So I've been a fan of yours since Willy's Wonderland, and then seeing this film, I
Mm.
see a little bit of Willy's Wonderland in it with the gore and the stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it feels like opposite projects, but it feels like it's basically the same
Mhm.
because it's you. Like,
Yeah.
did you use some of Willy's Wonderland in this movie?
Um, yeah, I mean, look, every movie's different, right? So you approach it as like what story you're trying to tell and things, but I like a very visual aesthetic. I like batshit crazy, weird. Just to me, life's hard. It's kind of a beat down, right? It's kind of throwing punches in the boxing ring, and then there's the great moments and happy moments, and so for me, when I make movies, it's like I'd like to do something different and weird and strange. So for me, Willie's is that kind of vibe, a Midnight Madness movie, and this kind of this is the same way. But This one's a little more, definitely darker and deeper in terms of the narrative of the story of what's going on,
Oh yeah.
but and I want to leave people really thinking about things at the end,
Oh, oh,
yeah,
people do think at the end of this,
yeah, yeah. So
like
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff that I'm thinking about at the end of it
yeah.
because I just rewatched it for like the second time last
Oh,
night,
that's
and
awesome.
there's a couple scenes that stick out to me that I'm not going to say because I want people to watch this film,
Yeah.
but it's worth every single second of this
Oh,
film.
that's great. Thank you.
So when you're directing
Yeah.
and matching the music and whatnot,
Mhm.
what is the process like of filming to digitalize to the film festival? Because I don't know a lot about like
Mm.
from the cutting room to the film festival types of stuff.
I mean, it's really, we worked on this movie for a while in the editing, and the my first director's cut was like 2 hours and 5 minutes or something, and I think it's an hour and 40 now. So, you put the movie together and what works. There was a lot of sleepless nights, man, where I was trying to figure things out and what's important in the story and the narrative and getting that across and moving on and stuff. And I was trying for a slow burn, and there were things I'm like, no, we got to speed it up. And so it's kind of like I shot this movie and I had the vision for it, but then in the editing room, it kind of took on a life of its own, as everything does, because that's all you have, right? You have a
Yeah.
script, and then you shoot the movie, and that script's over, and then you shoot the movie, and then that's over. Now you just have the footage, So yeah, I was just trying to, working on the themes and everything. And then from that on, I just started making cuts and just going back and revise. And I'd screen it for some people, get their reactions and things. And then, like I said, temp it with some of that music we talked about. Then Emwa took that and ran with it and just honed it down and got it to the point where, we got it submitted to Fright Fest and they really liked it. So I'm excited for it to screen there. I've heard it's such an awesome festival. The fans go there, and big genre festival, and people are hyped for the movies and celebrate indie horror. So
Oh
really,
yeah.
yeah.
Is there a possibility of this getting a actual theater release?
Some people have talked about it. Right now we're looking like probably spring 2026, but there's chances. People have said they'd like to see it in the theaters, so we'll see. I'm hoping it looks good on the screen. Incredible.
1,000%. It looks phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to throw my money at a theater for this film
Very
because it
cool.
deserves it.
Thank you. And we got to support theaters, right? Like that's where all
Yeah,
it began for all of us. So it would be great, and it's going to be screening at a really nice theater at the Fright Fest. So I'm excited.
I just wish I could fly there.
Yeah,
I wish I could, but I can't.
yeah. I hear you.
But one of the things, as you talked about, the whole theater scene's dying because there's not enough for us to go support indie films. We just we where I live, we only got two indie films like the last couple of years. We've got Terrifier and we got Peter
Wow.
Pan Neverland Nightmare. Those are the only two films that we were able to see in theaters.
Wow. Okay.
Like, and I've went to my AMC and talked to people. I'm like, can we get indie films here? And they said AMC doesn't want it.
Oof.
And
That's,
I think they are the roadblock with people like yourself and all these other people that care about their art and stuff.
they're doing everyone a disservice for that, for sure.
I
When
wish more.
when you just have Marvel movies and these big studio movies, and that's it. It's like that's why people aren't going to movies. They need a variety and different shades and colors and shapes and vibes. And it's like they need to give these little small movies. I mean, back in the day, Evil Dead, like that movie wouldn't have come out now. It's not a huge studio movie.
Yep.
It's like they got to really change things. I'm hoping it happens.
It's all about big franchise with big pockets. That's all. That's
Yeah,
let's be honest.
true. It is.
And if you don't have big money, they don't want to talk to you, like because they have to get X, Y, Z out of every movie they put in,
Yep.
which I get.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
still, people that do indie stuff deserve an
Yeah.
equal shot, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Let the movie speak for itself. Give it a run and see how it does. And it's also marketing on these films and how they market it and everything. So, and I know this movie is a very kind of interesting, unique movie, and it's like, okay, maybe on some, it's not a huge general audience movie, but it's kind of a niche, but for that niche, there's a big niche out there, for something like this. So,
Yeah. One of my biggest things I say on all of my episodes is I want original. I'm tired of
yeah.
remakes and
Yep.
prequels and studio just pushing out product.
Yep.
I love indie films because they're original and they care about their fan bases.
Big time.
And with your film, I see you care about horror. Like,
Yeah.
your film smacks you over the head with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Wink.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, no, I do. And it's like you make movies for the audience. And I'm always thinking about what's the audience and what they're going to get out of it, because you're asking someone for their hour and 40 or their 2 hours of their life, and time's very precious. It's like, it's one thing we can't get back is time, and what we can give is time. And so I'm asking you to spend this time to watch a movie that I worked hard, that the artists and the craftsmen on worked hard. And it's like, okay, I want to do something that's different and unique and kind of out there. And so, weird and just wild and batshit crazy, so.
Oh yeah, it's definitely batshit crazy.
Yeah.
That there's one scene, I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like, anybody listen to this episode, it has to go out and see this. I don't care how they see it; they need to see this film.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Like,
Yeah.
I can only, if people ask me to talk about your film, it has to be Terrifier with folklore. That's all I'm gonna say.
Interesting.
All I'm going to say.
I love it.
If you love Terrifier,
Yeah.
check this out ASAP, because
Awesome.
it has a little. I just can't say too much about it. Just say,
Yeah.
but when it comes around, it's at Fright Fest, right?
Yes, it's premiering at Fright Fest, world premiere, August, I believe, 23rd at 1:30, and yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
And shortly after, hopefully, a full theater run.
Yep. Yeah. Probably in the spring of 26. Mm-hmm.
So, is it possible we get the actual extended cut of this film later?
Yeah, there's a possibility. I've got a lot.
Because if it's 2.5 hours, I kind of want to see what is left of this film.
Cool. Good stuff. Stephen King said, "What, kill your babies," right? So you always got to, like, there's things that you love, but it's like, okay, it's not moving the story forward or things like that. But man, if the fan base digs it, that would be cool to release a director's cut. That'd be great.
I would love to see it. I can only imagine what else is left in this film because of what you've given us already.
Yeah.
Like,
that'd be great.
People need to give this a review. People need to see this. Just all I'm going to say is just go see it.
Nice.
Where can people follow you and follow all your projects?
I'm on Instagram, Kevin Lewis Official. So that's probably the best way. I post a lot of stuff when, there's movies coming, and I'm on films and things like that. So that'd be a good place.
And if people need to see your other work, Willy's Wonderland is streaming everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's streaming everywhere. I think it's definitely on Hulu for sure. But it's everywhere.
And it's also on Tubi.
Yeah.
I watched it last week again for the 10th time.
Nice. Awesome.
But yeah, go see this film when it comes out, and go check out Willy's Wonderland on Tubi and support indie films.
And The Accursed also I did. That's on Peacock, I believe.
Oh my God, you did that too? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal as well.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
So,
thank you, Justin.
So everybody go support this film. We need more. I hope there's a sequel. I hope there's more of you in horror, because you are somebody we need in horror, it feels like.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for taking your time to talk with me. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Appreciate you. Thanks, Justin.